Good morning, friends. I thought we could start today by maybe learning a little bit about the garden that I planted. It's something I did this weekend, and I thought maybe I'd show it to you. I'm going to start by showing you what it looks like from the outside. So this is the outside of my garden. Can you see it? Yeah, it looks like it has got white wood. See that? That's the outside of my garden. Yeah. And this special bucket here, well, that was my great-grandmother's bucket. And that was her watering can. There. Well, look at this, a good spot for Mrs. Wise to sit with her family. Okay, so here we are at the garden. Let's go over a little bit and see what we can see. Oh, can you see inside the garden? Wow, looks like there's lots of dirt inside that garden, huh, guys? Do you see all that dirt that's in there? Okay, so Mrs. Wise planted some stuff in this garden. I'm going to put this here so maybe we could just see. Yeah, I planted some things here. I planted some arugula. That's a special leafy thing that you might put in a salad. I put that over here. This is where the arugula will be. And these are tomato plants. This is a tomato plant right here. Do you see it? I don't know if you can see it so good. Let me just get this just right for us. Okay, this is a little tricky to get, but this is a tomato plant here. Can you see it? Yeah, so these are all tomato plants here. Here, look at it, says Mrs. Wise planted a little bit of love. More tomato plants. All of these are tomato plants. And then over here, I planted some cucumbers. See my cucumbers? Yeah, so here are some cucumbers and some squash. Do you see the frog that's in my garden over there? Isn't that silly? And then I have some red peppers that I'm planting. Do they look like red peppers yet? Not yet. Right, guys? Not yet. They have to grow first. Oh, and look, I planted some basil. And then I planted some beans. Boys and girls, I wanted you to see. These are the beans that we started together. Do you see them here? Those bean plants? We started growing those together. So cool. Those are the ones we started inside. So that's my garden. I thought maybe, oh, so my flowers growing there too? Yeah. So I thought maybe you'd like to see what I was doing over the weekend. Mrs. Wise actually made this garden out of some old doors. Yeah, isn't that a funny thing to do? All right, I hope you like my garden. I liked it. Mrs. Wise is gonna figure out how to press stop here. I'm gonna pause us for a second. So while I was outside, I thought maybe I'd show you some of the flowers I've also planted. Look at this pretty flower. Yeah. Let's see what else we have. Oh, here's a plant. See it in my pot? Let's see what else we have out here. This is Mrs. Wise's yard. This is where I go. Sometimes I lay down in my hammock. Isn't it silly? Look at this pretty flower that's growing. Do you see it here? That is beautiful. Do you see that beautiful flower? It's a tall one. Yeah. Over here. Purple flowers and some plants growing. So nice. Okay. Look at this beautiful flower. Wow, it's growing big. You see? Yeah. See if we have any other flowers growing. Let's see. Oh, these I think are weeds, but I still think they're beautiful. Do you see? Look at the beautiful purple and yellow flowers. Even the bumblebees like them. The white ones over there. Yeah, I think they might be weeds, but who gets to decide what a weed is and what a flower is? If it's pretty, I keep it, right? This is where Mrs. Wise goes swimming. There's my pool. See? Okay, look over here. Look at these purple flowers. Aren't they beautiful? Yeah, we'll go for a nice walk around. We'll see what else we can find. Let's go see. Oh, yeah. Look at these pretty. These are speckly flowers. I'll put those there. Yeah. Look over here. Look at these beautiful big pink ones. So pretty. Look at these cool balls I have over here. I'm going to put them in the pool real quick. Sparkly balls. Monty wants to help. Thanks, Monty. Let's kick him in the pool. Boop. In they go. Boop. Boop. So good. All right, let's see what else we can see out here. This is a funny gate that I have. Look at this. Do you see this gate? The gate is the part of the fence that you can walk in and out of. Look what I have. Ready? It opens up, and then I can see the world outside. Isn't that fun? I love that. Hey, Monty, beep, beep. You can't come with us. You got to stay here. You got to stay here. No. Monty wants to come. All right, let's look at these pretty flowers, too. Can you see them? So beautiful. Flowers are coming up so nice. I wanted you to see them. Yeah, Mrs. Wise loves planting and growing flowers. I love that. Well, look at these funny flowers that are hanging. You see? Do you see these? Look like bananas almost. Aren't they funny? Yeah, so many pretty flowers. All right, let's look and see down here. What else do you see? More flowers. Yeah, we just made our way all the way around. All the way around my house. Oh, something else I have over here. Want to see what I have? It's kind of cool. I'm giving you a little tour today. I don't know why I'm doing that, but I really just wanted you to see the flowers in the garden. Look what I have here. Can you see? It's a special little library where kids can come and they open up the door and they might take a book that they like. Yeah, isn't that cool? I have it here outside my house. Mrs. Wise put this here. So when kids are riding down the sidewalk, they might make a little stop there to get a book. Love that idea. All right. Oh, I forgot to show you the flowers up top. Can you see the flowers up top? Let's see. Mrs. Wise has some flowers up top too. Can you see them? Let me do this. See those up there? Yeah, there's so many flowers in this yard. I have to take care of all these flowers. My goodness. But do you see the flowers up top on my porch? Yeah. And in my mailbox is some mail for my students. I was sending some friends some mail today. All right. I guess we should go inside and get some work done. There's my garden again. Hello, garden. All right, friends, I'm going to pause for a sec so I can see where I'm going. Let me just get that going. All right, so now we're inside. I hope that you liked the little tour of my yard I gave you just now, talking about the garden and the flowers, right? So Mrs. Wise loved putting those bean plants in the ground because now the beans need a little bit more room to grow, right? And having them outside is a really great way to give them all the things that they need to grow. Do you remember what they need? They need some sunlight. They need some water, either by the rain or Mrs. Wise's hose that I spray on them. They need the soil, right? What else do they need? Sunlight, soil, water, and fresh air. And that's right. That's what they need to grow. All right. So Mrs. Wise will take good care of them outside so that they continue to grow and be happy. Okay? All right, so our important talk today, Mrs. Wise was feeling excited to show you my garden today because that was something I wanted to do. Mr. Wise helped me yesterday. We worked on that together. We showed some good teamwork and made that together. So I hope you liked it. All right. So what I'd like to do is talk a little bit about how we can keep our energy and our feelings and our energy in balance, right, guys? Because that's how it feels good. So one of the things that I like to do is look at a book. We read this whole book that's called Unstoppable Me with all those awesome ideas of how we can soar through life. Well, I found another book. Drop the book. Say, be careful, Mrs. Wise. Stop dropping stuff. I have a new book here that's written by Dr. Wayne Dyer with Christina Tracy, and it's called Incredible You, 10 Ways to Let Your Greatness Shine Through. I thought we could work through this one next. What a good idea. I love doing one thing a day and chipping away at books. That kind of makes me happy. All right, so let's see what this says. It says that there are 10 different ways that we can soar through, that we can shine through, that we can let our greatness shine. Let's see what we can do to let our greatness shine. Let's see, number 1. Can you see? Number 1 says shit. I'm going to get rid of this light so you can see a little better. Share the good. There is good in you and in everyone. Sharing this good with others is fun. You have so many ideas inside your mind. Set them free. You are one of a kind. Look at this. It looks like these friends, maybe they're friends. It's hard to tell. Maybe that could be a dad. It's hard to tell if that's the dad and the daughter, or if these are good friends. I don't know. They don't tell us who the people are. But this says dog days in Art Park. ARF Park. That's a good name for a dog park. ARF Park. I think the dogs come here to play. And it looks like here they're sharing some awesome time together. And it looks like it says that they're selling dog treats for 25 cents. That's a quarter, right? You can buy a water for 25 cents. You could get a ball for $1. And all the money goes to the county animal shelter. So they're raising money to help maybe other animals that don't have a lot of resources or money. Isn't that sweet? Yeah, it looks like they are sharing something good about something that they care about. So that's a kind of an interesting challenge in life, to find what you love and then do that. So it looks like these people love dogs. So they're doing something for that. I learned, Mrs. Wise is an old lady, right? And I learned that if you follow your heart, you'll always be happy, right? So they're following their heart. Isn't that wonderful? Thought you'd like it. So I thought I wanted to share that with you. Okay, let's move right along. Of course, we always know that we have to show us those watching eyes. Let me see them. Listening ears. Quiet voice. Calm, quiet body. Really nice. Is your brain in my group? Do you care about what we're up to today? Is your heart there? Then we're ready to roll. Super good. Okie dokie. I do want to think about popping right into our daily meeting. That's not it. This is it. Very nice. We need to add some days for the weekend. So let me do that really quick because I don't see you on the weekend, do I? Let me see. What comes after a pie? Oh, I need a sandwich for Saturday. What comes after a sandwich? Oh, I need a watermelon for Sunday. Okay. That looks pretty good. Yesterday was Mr. Wise's birthday. I think I want to put a cupcake there for Mr. Wise because I made him actually cookies. He likes cookies more than cake. So I made him lots of cookies. I stacked them up real tall and put candles inside there, and that's what he blew out for his birthday. Isn't that silly? All right, let's think about counting, friends. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Today's the 8th day of June. And let's think about our pattern. Ready? Watermelon pie sandwich. Watermelon pie sandwich. Watermelon. Yep, we need a pie for today. Today is Monday, June 8th, 2020. Super good. Let's fix this up. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Did you guys go outside to play this weekend? It was so nice. It was kind of some rain too. Did you see that really big rain that happened this weekend? Near us in Braintree, Massachusetts, there was a big heavy rain that came, right guys? Yeah, and it was like not raining, and then all of a sudden it was raining really hard. It was very surprising. All right, yesterday was Sunday. Today is Monday. Tomorrow will be Tuesday. Oh yeah, that's good. All right, let's add a cube. Is it coming? There we go. Let's add a cube here and let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do you know why we start to count with the ones? Because if this is 10, then we have to trade it in, right? So we check to see if it's 10. It's not, but we need to add 1 here for 7, right? So that's why we always start counting with the ones, is because we might need to change that tens column too. All right, what's that number poem for number 7? Across the sky and slant the line makes a 7 every time. All right, so we have one group of 100, we have 5 groups of 10, and 7 extra ones. So we can count 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150. And then we know this is 7, so we could just say 157, right? We could count them all, 151, 152, 153, 154, 155, 156, 157. But we just counted those. We know that's 7. So we could say 157. We could do that. We're pretty smart, right, guys? Move our shadow box over 1 to 157. Mrs. Wise is going to add a tally mark for today. I do not feel like counting by 5s today, so I'm not going to count by 5s today. Isn't that silly? Some days I feel like it, some days I don't. It's okay. All right, let's check that weather. We were just outside. We went for a little walk outside. I saw that it was sunny outside. I'm not going to stand up again if we know that. It's sunny outside. No clouds. No wind, just sunny. That's it. Let's stand for the pledge. Everybody up, hand on your heart, and I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Really great. Okay, let's see what's next. Let's do a little bit, one more thing on here. We did that, we did that, we did that, we did that. We did that. We did that. Okay, let's do this one. It says, which of these numbers has no tens, 0 tens? So I know in a number, this is the hundreds, this is the tens, and this is the ones. Hundreds, tens, ones. Hundreds, tens, ones. So which one doesn't have any tens? Hundreds, tens. Are there any tens here? I think this is it.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
Are you even kidding me? Let's hear that again.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
I love being silly with you. All right. Which number has 4 hundreds, 2 tens, and 8 ones? 4 hundreds. Is that 2 tens? No, that's not it. Is that 4 hundreds? No. Is that 4 hundreds? Yeah. Is that 2 tens? Yeah. Is that 8 ones? Yeah. 4 hundreds, 2 tens, and 8 ones is 428.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
I love that song. Okay. What is the largest number you can make by using the numbers 3, 5, and 7? So which number is the biggest number? If you were going to have cookies and you were very hungry, would you want 3 cookies, 5 cookies, or 7 cookies? This might be a little bit of an unhealthy example, but which one would be the most amount of cookies? 3, 5, or 7? Yeah, I think 7 is the bigger number, right? If we're going to count 7. So we want to find the one that has got 7 for the hundreds. Let's see, is this a 7? No. Is this a 7? Yep.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
So good. I think we did that already. Oh, let's read some sentences. I'm going to have this be our last one, okay, guys? And then we'll move on with more work today. Let's read. We play in the hot sun. We play in the hot sun. I think that's talking about this sunshine. I'm going to put this here and say. Good job. All right, let's read the next one. We lick, oh, this is Mean King Ed. He's talking about the letter I. Like to eat hot dogs. We like to eat hot dogs. Huh. Good. I will wash my hot dog. I will wash my hot dog. I don't think they mean like this hot dog that we eat. I think that they mean this dog that might be hot. Thumbs up. All right, let's head right back on over here. I think I did want to do just a quick mat with you today, just because I love these so much. I love these mats that we do, you know, for our word families. Let's see what we want to do. Pieces are falling out. Let me see. What do we feel like doing? I don't think we did that one already. Let's do this one. I don't think we did this one yet. Mrs. Wise is just, I'm not going in any order when I do these. I'm just picking out ones that look like fun to me. Sometimes that's okay to do. I just need to find my little dry erase marker so that we can work on this together. Oh, here it is. I'll use my eraser. Oh, somebody's going by my house. It's that truck that cleans the street. You know that truck? All right, so here is the it family. This person looks like a girl. Looks like she's going to sit. Let's see. I'm going to get out some different sounds here. Let's see what we have here. Let's see. Okay, let's see what we have here. Okay. I think this looks okay. All right, ready? This doesn't look straight to me though. Okay, that's good. So let's get going with our work here. So let's see. It looks like she is going to sit. It, wit. What sound does this one make? It, fit. What sound does this letter make? It, hit. Good. I should have to write a note about something really quick. All right. How about, look at this one. Spit. I do that after I brush my teeth. I spit it out into the sink. Spit. It, bit. I bit the corn on the cob. Bit. Okay. So let's just sit first. It. Say it with me. It. Sit. Wit. It. Will you say it with me? It. Wit. Let's try the next one. It. Fit. Hit. It. Let's say those sounds. It. Hit. Good. It. It. Spit. And it. Bit. Super smart. Sit. Wit. Fit. Hit. Spit. And bit. Mrs. Wise is going to use these words in sentences. I like to sit under the tree. Sit. Mrs. Wise likes to hear the wit of her students, how smart they are. They're so witty. She likes to hear their wit. I wonder if that sock will fit. I like to hit the ball with the bat. Hit. I sometimes spit my toothpaste into the sink. And I bit my corn on the cob or my apple. I bit my apple. How about that? That was a good one. All righty. You guys are super smart. You never give up. I love that about you. Never, ever give up. You make me so proud. All right. Next, I think I do want to do a quick flip chart just to practice some of those sight words. So I'm going to pop back on over here like this. Sure, we'll save that really quick. Yes, please. And then we will hop into Active Inspire again. Do, 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 do. Active Inspire. Uh-oh. This is why I sometimes does crazy things. Let's get out of there. And then what we can do is over here, we can put it on. And when I do that, it'll show me our flip chart for us. Here it comes. All right, let's do our kindergarten sight words today. I like to just practice a few of them. I think they're good for us to practice, keep them fresh in our mind. Okay, guys? Let's make this bigger, and then let's play. This is the word my. Can you say my? Let me hear you. Good. Let's see if we can find it. My favorite color is green. My favorite color is green. Oh, there's my right there. See it? My. Let's try the next one. What word is this? Do you know this word? What is it? Yeah, me. Me. Let's see if we can find it. Do you like me? There's that question mark at the end, so we're looking for someone to answer that question, right? There's me right here. Let's try. Oh, this is a number word. This is the word one. I have like one, something. Let's see what it says. Can I please have, can I have one, please? Like. Can you say like? Like. Good. I like ice cream. Like. Let's do one more. Come. Can you say come? Come. Come to my house. Come. There's that word, come right there. Super job. Okie dokie, artichokey. This is why is this going to pop us back over? Wait. What happened? Oh, there it is. All right, let's pop us back over here. And I do want to do, why is it taking us so long to acquire that image? It's weird. All right, I did find my copy of Make Way for Ducklings that I thought I would read to you, if this will ever work again. I don't know what happened. Taking a long time. I'd like for that to work a little faster. Should I give up? No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug it. And then we'll plug it back in again. Sometimes we got to do that. Oh, I see a light blinking. Let's see if it's working. It's kind of strange. It's not working very well, friends. Let's try that one more time. Huh. I don't know why that's not working, friends. Let's see. Thank you for being patient. See if we can get that back on. Ready? We'll try one more time. Say, Mrs. Wise, don't give up. Maybe. Well, if not, then I'll just read it to you like regular. I just really would like to show it to you this way, but it's not working very well, is it, guys? I don't think it is. Let's see if we can find it over here. Sometimes if you click here, you might be able to find it. Is it coming? Looks like it's thinking about working. We got it. See, sometimes if you just don't ever give up and you keep trying, things work. Okay. Ready, friends? Let's do a little bit of Make Way for Ducklings by Robert McCloskey. So this is a great story. It won a special award called the Caldecott Media Medal Award, and that is for the illustrations, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's true. Let's read together. This is an interesting story because it is, this was given to me by a good friend of mine named Mrs. Hurley. Mrs. Hurley gave this book to me so that I could read it to you. Isn't she sweet? All right, let's see. Mr. and Mrs. Mallard were looking for a place to live, but every time Mr. Mallard saw what looked like a nice place, Mrs. Mallard said it was no good. There were sure to be foxes in the woods or turtles in the water, and she was not going to raise a family where there might be foxes or turtles. So they flew on and on. Isn't that a funny story? So this looks like a neat picture because I think they just used a pencil to draw this. Yeah, what beautiful illustrations, huh? They really took their time. They added lots of details to their pictures here. Do you see? Okay, let's keep reading. I wonder what will happen with these. Do you know what a mallard is? A mallard is a duck. So this is a story about ducks. When they got to Boston, they felt too tired to fly any further. There was a nice pond in the public garden with a little island on it, the very place to spend the night. Quacked Mr. Mallard, so down they flapped. Boop, 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 boop. They're going to go hit this island right here. They're going to go sleep there. This is the picture that Mrs. Wise drew. This is my favorite part of the story, when they went to the island. So this is a real place. So they drew a picture of a real place. Have you ever been to Boston? Yeah, Mrs. Wise lives close to there in Braintree, right? And this is a bridge that you can walk across. And here's some water. And they're going to go fly to this island right here. Let's see what happens. Next morning, they fished for their breakfast in the mud at the bottom of the pond, but they didn't find much. They're going upside down trying to find. And people love this garden. Do you see the garden here? People go there to read their newspaper or do a little riding on their bikes. Lots of moms maybe pushing their strollers with babies in there. Just as they were getting ready to start on their way, a strange, enormous bird came by. It was pushing a boat full of people, and there was a man sitting on the back. Good morning, quacked Mr. Mallard, being polite. But the big bird was too proud to answer. The people on the boat threw peanuts into the water, so the mallards followed them all around the pond and got another breakfast, better than the first. So look, this is a special thing called a swan boat. Yeah, this guy that's sitting here, he's the swan boat operator. This is not a real bird, but Mr. and Mrs. Mallard didn't know. This is actually a bike inside here, and they pedal. He pedals that bike, and it makes it go around, and it pushes the boat forward to go around. So fun. Mrs. Wise is sitting right here. I sat right there and got a nice swan boat ride. It's one of my favorite things to do. I like this place, said Mrs. Mallard as they climbed out on the bank and waddled along. There they are, see them? Why don't we build a nest and raise our ducklings right in this pond? There are no foxes and no turtles, and the people feed us peanuts. What could be better? Good, said Mr. Mallard, delighted that at last Mrs. Mallard had found a place that suited her. But look out, squawked Mrs. Mallard, all of a dither. You'll get run over. And when she got her breath, she added, this is no place for babies. With all those horrid things rushing about, we'll have to look somewhere else. Weep! That's the noise he made when he was surprised. Yeah, the bike was too close to him, I think. So they flew over Beacon Hill, it's part of Boston, around the State House, but there was no place there to go. That's where a lot of really big decisions happen in our state, right? All right, let's see. Oh, look, they looked in Louisburg Square, but there was no water to swim in. Then they flew over the Charles River. Yeah, Mrs. Wise likes to go across here on my car. This is better, quacked Mr. Mallard. That island looks like a nice quiet place, and it's only a little way from the public garden. Yes, said Mrs. Mallard, remembering the peanuts. That looks like just the right place to hatch ducklings. think they're thinking about this island right here. Let's see what happens. So they chose a cozy spot among the bushes near the water and settled down to build their nest, and only just in time, for now they were beginning to molt. All their old wing feathers started to drop out, and they would not be able to fly again until the new ones grew in. So it looks like they made a nest right there. See that? But of course, they could swim. And one day they swam over to the park on the river, and there they met a policeman called Michael. Michael fed them peanuts, and after that, the mallards called on Michael every day. It looks like they're becoming friends. I love that. Look at that. He's being a nice helper, feeding his friends there. So good. After Mrs. Mallard had laid 8 eggs in the nest, she could, let's count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, I see 8 eggs. She couldn't go to visit Michael anymore because she had to sit on the eggs to keep them warm, right? She moved off the nest only to get a drink of water or to have her lunch or to count the eggs and make sure that they were all there. She sounds like a great mom. One day, the ducklings hatched out. First came Jack, then Cack, and then Lack, and then Mack, and then Knack, and then a Whack, and then Pack and Quack. Mr. and Mrs. Mallard were bursting with pride. It was a great responsibility taking care of so many ducklings, and it kept them very busy. It kept them very busy. I should make sure this is as clear as it can be for you. Okay, there we go. That's a lot of ducklings. Look at them. I noticed that they go in alphabetical order, starting with J. J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q. Isn't that funny? One day, Mr. Mallard decided he'd like to take a trip to see what the rest of the river was like further on. So off he set. I'll meet you in a week in the public gardens, he quacked over his shoulder. Take good care of the ducklings. Don't you worry, said Mrs. Mallard. I know all about bringing up children. And she did. Look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ducklings. So the dad duck is going to go and see what's going on down the river, and the mom is going to take care of the babies. She taught them how to swim and how to dive. She taught them to walk in a line, to come when they were called, and to keep a safe distance from bikes and scooters and other things with wheels. Looks like they're learning it looks like they have to follow some safety rules, right? When at last she felt perfectly satisfied with them, she said one morning, "Come along, children, follow me." Before you could wink an eyelash, Jack, Cack, Lack, Mack, Knack, Whack, Pack, and Quack fell into line, just as they had been taught. Mrs. Mallard led the way into the water, and they swam behind her to the opposite bank. There's the mom, right? Here we go. Ready? Here we go. Jack, Cack, Lack, Mack, Knack, Whack, Pack, and Quack. That's a lot of funny names for them, huh? There they waded ashore and waddled along until they came to the highway. Oh boy, I think that might be Starrow Drive. Be careful. Starrow Drive is a busy street. Mrs. Mallard stepped out to cross the road. Honk, honk, went the horns on the speeding cars. Quack, went Mrs. Mallard as she tumbled back again. Quack, 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 went Jack, Cack, Lack, Mack, Knack, Whack, Pack, and Quack. Just as loud as their little quackers could quack. The cars kept speeding by and honking, and Mrs. Mallard and the ducklings kept right on quack, quack, quacking. They're trying to cross the street there. It's like a very busy place to cross. They made such a noise that Michael, their friend that's a police officer, came running, waving his arms and blowing a whistle. Tweet, quack, 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 honk. He planted himself in the center of the road, raised one hand to stop the traffic, and then beckoned with the other hand, the way police officers do, for Mrs. Mallard to cross over. So he's stopping the cars to let the duck and the ducklings cross safely. As soon as Mrs. Mallard and the Ducklings were safe on the other side and on their way down Mount Vernon Street, Michael rushed back to his police booth. So he's got busy. Yeah, he's very busy at doing his job, right? He called Clancy at headquarters and said, "There's a family of ducks walking down the street," Clancy said. Clancy said, "Family of what? Ducks?" Ducks, yelled Michael. "Send a police car, quick." Meanwhile, Mrs. Mallard had reached the corner bookshop and turned into Charles Street with Jack, Cack, Black, Mac, Knack, Whack, Pack, Quack, and Quack all marching in line behind her. There they go. Everyone stared. An old lady from Beacon Hill said, "Isn't it amazing?" And one man who swept the street said, "Well, now, isn't that nice?" And when Mrs. Mallard heard them, she was so proud she tipped her nose in the air and walked along with an extra swing in her waddle. I guess they like to see the mom duck and the babies. They seem happy about that, don't they? When they came to the corner of Beacon Street, there was the police car with 4 policemen that Clancy had sent from headquarters. The policemen held back the traffic so Mrs. Mallard and the Ducklings could march across the street. There they go. Look at those police officers being a good helper, huh? Look at, they held back all the cars so that the duck and the Ducklings could cross. With such good friends. Right on into the public gardens. Have you ever been to this place, the public garden? So beautiful. Inside the gate, they all turned around to say thank you to the policemen. The policemen smiled and waved goodbye. Looks like they're becoming friends, huh, guys? When they reached the pond and swam across to the little island, there was Mr. Mallard waiting. Do you see him? There he is. Just as he had promised. The Ducklings liked the new island so much that they decided to live there. One day, all day long, they followed the swan boats and ate peanuts. That sounds like a good life for a duck. And when the night falls, they swim to their little island and they go to sleep. Doop, 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 doop. That's where they go to sleep, right there. What a great story. The end. So I wonder, part of our template this week is thinking about what your favorite part of the story is, and maybe you could write a little picture of that, right, guys? All right, I think I'm going to stop us right there for today. Mrs. Wise has got to go to a meeting, so I should probably go do that. I hope you guys have a wonderful day today. It's going to be nice outside. I hope you can go for a walk with your family, right? I hope you liked seeing my garden and all my flowers outside today. That was something a little bit different, huh, guys? All right, give yourself a big hug. Love you so much, and I will see you tomorrow.